like a little bit more, but for me, I like using Spain. I haven't had any issues with it, so that's just the one I like to use, one I kind of suggest. Okay, so it's like your IP address, right? Like we were saying, so your computer that you're on and your phone, like all that has an IP address, so it keeps track of where it's coming from. So some websites you're not allowed to go on if you're in certain areas, but with the VPN, it's a lot easier because you can go on to, like, even if you have like Netflix, right, and you want to watch a show that a famous like Spanish show that you love. Okay. Oh, tight. So you kind of got onto it late. Um, well, good. Well, you got one now, or at least you can download one now. The one I was using was Surfshark, and then I also use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a little bit more expensive, but for like all the stuff I do with all this computing power going on, I had to upgrade it because the Surfshark one wasn't able to like keep up with like how much stuff I do. But I still have my Surfshark one that I use on my phone. So that's a good thing about your Surfshark VPN. It goes to your phone as well as your your desktop device or laptop. So once we get logged into Binance, guys, so you have your VPN, you got it set up, you make sure it's on, you go to Binance.com, you get to here, and you're like, okay, well, I've never been on this site, so what the hell? The best thing about the site is this tool right here. You go to trade and convert. But first, we don't have any money on here, right? So we got to get our money on here. So you're on the wallet, you go to overview. And if you've seen this in the YouTube before, then shout out to you for watching it. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know. But this is just kind of like I want everyone to really be able to grasp this because it's a really powerful tool. So once we get on the Binance again, we got our account set up. We use the email that's not associated with any of our other emails, or just not associated with the previous email if you've tried to sign into Binance before. You go to wallet overview. That gets you here. And then from here, you would just deposit. You can deposit cash, buy crypto with your credit card, peer-to-peer market. A peer-to-peer market is like I could say, oh, I want to sell Ethereum for $4,200, and if someone wants to buy it, they can come on here and buy it from me. That's all a peer-to-peer market is. And then I always, almost always, every single time, I do deposit crypto. So what I'll do is I'll buy some crypto from Coinbase or Voyager or Uphold or whatever I'm using in the US, and then I'll come on to my Binance website here. I'll do exactly what I just said. Go to wallet, go to overview, hit deposit, hit crypto deposit, and then now you got this right here. You just drop down whatever you want to send to it. So let's say you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. You would type in Bitcoin, you would get your address here, you would copy this address, and then put this address in your Coinbase app as the to person, as the, it's being sent to this address from your Coinbase. So once that goes through, then you'll come back over here, you'll hit overview, and once it all goes through, then you'll actually have a balance in here. So that's how you get your crypto onto Binance, right? So again, you set up your VPN, you go to Binance.com, you go to your wallet in Binance, you go to overview, you hit deposit, you hit crypto under the deposits, and then you make sure you have the right cryptocurrency set that you're going to send. For this example, we used Bitcoin, and then you just copy that address that you have on your Binance website, put it into your Coinbase app or Coinbase website, and then just send it over. Any questions on that stuff? Okay, cool. So again, they're making money for the more and more people that use their platform, the more and more money they make. So, I mean, yeah, it's just like like they want to serve us. It's the US government's regulations on our internet that is stopping it, because the U.S. government doesn't say that Binance is a well off enough site. They're like, we're doing it for your protection, just like when Robinhood wouldn't let you buy, and they were like, oh, we're doing this for your protection. It's like, no, I'm a grown full adult. Let me do what I want to do, and especially when it comes to the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a grown person. Let me do what I want to do. So that's what the VPN helps with. And of course, any company that's going to make money off you is not really going to turn down your business. They're not, with all the transactions that go in here daily. You'll definitely be okay. And did we have any other questions in regards to this? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when it comes to taxes, I don't really have a great answer because, I mean, I'm not a tax expert and I can only go off of what I feel comfortable doing. So what I feel comfortable doing may not be what other people feel comfortable doing. But I'll explain my process again, and if you want to do that process, you can kind of Google it and see if that would be okay for you. And if you don't want to use that process, then let me know if you find a better process. Um, but so I transfer. So basically, any cryptocurrency wallet that you own is not considered a taxable event when you send crypto to and from it, right? But the issue comes up because we're not technically saying that we own this Binance account. So we're not saying that we technically own this Binance account. But if we were in another country, like let's say we took a trip to Mexico and we were to buy crypto in Mexico using our same laptop without a VPN, but because we're on the Mexico, hotel's Wi-Fi, it allows us to go onto Binance and buy everything. So the thing with taxes, again, since you are sending money from yourself to yourself, that is not a taxable event. And then when you actually come onto the Binance website, you hit trade here, convert. This is how I swap my coins. So let's say I had Bitcoin right now. Let me see if I actually have any money in any of these. What do I have on here? Sushi. Trying to find something I have. But basically, let's say I have we'll just do USDT because I have some of that. So I got $354 in USDT, right? And I want to put it into Bitcoin. So I swap it into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price is 55K, and let's say overnight, Bitcoin's price goes up to 65K. But I think Bitcoin is going to fall back down. I could just come back to this same website, same little place right here in the convert area, and I could convert my Bitcoin back into USDT. So if I buy it at 55K, it goes up to 65K, and then I swap it back into my stable coin. So now I got 65K, and Bitcoin falls back down to 55K. So I buy it more. I buy more of it, and then the next night it goes up to 65K. I sell it again, and then I just repeat that process over and over and over, right? So I'm making like 10%, whatever the comes out 20%. I'm making that every single time I swap, and the only fee that they're charging me is like less than like 50 cents. So this is a great way for you to get in and get out of your positions with different coins without being charged a humongous fee. The other way you can do it is using your MetaMask. Anybody that doesn't have a MetaMask wallet, they should get one. A MetaMask wallet is just an extension. Oh, I just changed this password. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that's super easy. So a MetaMask is just going to be an extension on your browser, right? So you would just go to, do you use Chrome or what type of internet browser do you use? Yeah, so what I would suggest is I would definitely suggest using Brave browser. So that's this one here. And this is the little logo. It's like a little lion guy. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's this down here at the bottom of the screen, the Brave browser. So Brave, Brave browser. It's just like a privacy browser. It's just, it's kind of geared towards crypto. that it was made for crypto. So that's what I like to use because it's a little bit more secure, and they understand the websites and the processing you're trying to go through. And then so once you download your Brave browser, on the right hand side, on the top right of the Brave browser, there's a little puzzle piece for extensions. Extensions. And then you would click on extensions, manage extensions, boom. And then from here, it's just like an app store. So just like the Apple App Store, something like that, you would boom, click Web Store. It would pop up, and then you would just type in MetaMask, and there you go. And then you would be able to just to add that right to your browser. So that's why I got this little fox guy up here. He's just chilling every time. And then boom, now you got your MetaMask, right? So you can do the same thing here. Like you can do swap features here as well. But I'll show you the problem with doing it here. Let's say we're just swapping, a little bit here. And we're going to put it to this just because. Review swap. So this is how you would do a swap on MetaMask. But the problem with this is it charges, look at this, $283 for me to change $1.04 or something I put in there. Like, that's crazy. It's called a gas fee. A gas fee. So a decentralized platform such as Ethereum works off of something called node validators. Node validators. A node validator means that inside of the blockchain, inside of Ethereum's blockchain, they got to complete all these transactions, right? So they're completing all these transactions as they go along. Doom, 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 doom. Complete, complete, complete. To pay the people, the node validators that are completing all your transactions to put a block into the blockchain, you have to pay a gas fee. And that's what this fee is for. So that's why this amount is down here. The more validators that are currently running, the less the gas fees are. But unfortunately, oops. Man, that 40 minutes went quick. Well, I need to resend it all to everyone. Nah, I don't have the full version yet because I didn't this like I just decided I was gonna do this today. So um oh, you good. Nah, my account paid. I'm good. So where is that at? The Baruch you said it was? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, well, I mean, I already knew you was from New York. I just didn't know where Baruch was. Okay, okay, I got you. Uh, oh, damn. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to be the host next time, so that way we can keep that thing going. I need that. Yeah, I was looking into signing up for the pro version right before like it all started, but it was like 100 something, whatever it was. I wasn't down for it, so I was like, let's see if this even goes well, cause and if everybody end up not showing up and I spend this bread, I'm gonna be upset. I'm glad, man. Yeah, nah. I mean, you guys are doing great so far. Let me see. We got 6 people. Okay, hold on. Let me get these people in here. All right, sorry about that, guys. You back? Okay, sorry about that. Julio, boom. Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay, Devin, 3. All right, so I'll start back up, and then we can just kind of get back into it as people come back in. 1 second. Baby, I need you in my life, in my life. Yeah, cool, guys. I'm glad. I'm glad. I was kind of, well, I'm not really nervous. I'm not like the nervous type, but I was just more so like, well, I hope they are down to chit chat with me because it's not really a PowerPoint style thing. It's more of a like, okay, let's get into it type thing. So I'm glad that you guys were receptive to that. That's awesome. Thank you. Nah, you already know. Hashtag don't forget to pay. You know how to hold me down. And hey, thank you. Big shout out to Ivana. Thank you. She said she sent out my page to like 100-person group text, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. So we got you. So it's a lot harder for you guys in New York, isn't it? What about for I heard there was like restrictions for crypto, like just buying exchanges and things like that. Go ahead, Julio. Some BS, right? That's why. But now you guys got your VPN. You're cool. You don't even got to worry about it now. Yeah, man. Rule number one when you get out the hood. Oh, okay. Cardano, that's gonna be huge though. Later down the road, I'm never selling my Cardano. I mean, yeah, it's not financial advice, but I definitely think Cardano is gonna get to $3 to $5 before the end of the year. So, and it has a use case similar to Ethereum's. It has a use case similar to Ethereum's where it's like where platforms are being built on top of it. So there's also projects called. I want to show you guys this really quick. All right. Well, the people that came back. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'll email the rest. So we got to MetaMask. Where did we leave off, right? So we just showed how to use MetaMask and then like the swap feature. Okay, yeah, perfect. So a node validator. That's how the proof of work system, right? So Ethereum. Let me type this in so you guys can kind of get an idea of what the hell I'm talking about. So proof of work versus proof of stake. So a proof of work system is exactly what I was just describing. It's node validators. It's a bunch of different validators all across the globe that are processing the transactions one by one, getting them all done. Boom, 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 boom. Once they finish those transactions, they can enter that block into the blockchain. Once that block is entered into the blockchain, that data is there forever and it's stored there. There's no changing it. There's no altering it. So it'll be there forever, right? So it's like, okay, well, like, why is that such a big deal? Like, no one can alter it. Cool. But when you start thinking about like your driver's license and you start thinking about your car insurance and your health care and you think about the things that like the issues that come up with them, right? Like say you go to get a surgery and one doctor didn't talk to another doctor and they forgot to update your profile that says that you're allergic to, a certain type of medicine, they give you that medicine and then something happens. Well, with the blockchain, it's like you wouldn't even have to worry about that because it's the medicine can be distributed directly off of the blockchain, off the data from the blockchain, right? So it'll already kind of go through a validation system of knowing what we can do, what we can't do for each individual person if they've ever interacted with the blockchain. So Ethereum uses proof of work that has all the node validators, and proof of stake is what Cardano uses. And proof of stake is better for the environment. It uses way less energy, and it also uses the community. So you cannot attack it. So a proof of work system you can attack with a 51% attack is what they call it. So think about this like if we owned how can I explain this? If me, Ivana, and Kay wanted to, talk about whatever, horseback riding, and Devin, EMP Jet, Aaron, and Julio Velez wanted to talk about airplanes, then they could do a 51% attack on us because they can overpower the total system and basically, have you ever heard of a hostile takeover in business? If okay, but if not, a hostile takeover is when you have a board of people, and let's say there's 5 people on the board. They want to take the company one direction, but not everyone in the company agrees. So the board directors have to go to a vote, and they got to vote. It has to be 3 to 2 or however 2 to 3, however the vote comes down. Well, let's say that they're trying to do a hostile takeover and they're just trying to go in and say, "No, we're doing it our way." If they can get enough people to jump on board with them, then they can just take it over without having to get everyone to vote yes. So with the proof of work blockchain, there can be a 51% attack. They can get 51% of the node validators to take over the network, and that would cause decentralization to fail because that would give access to a centralized unit of people dictating what's going to happen inside the blockchain. And that's exactly what decentralization is supposed to stop. So just remember this, a proof of work blockchain is susceptible to 51% attacks, meaning 51% of the node validators could take over the network, causing it to crash or causing it to do whatever they decide to do. Compared to a proof of stake blockchain. In a proof of stake blockchain, you have something called staking, where instead of, well, I'm going to just see if I can read the definition here. Mm-mm-mm. No, I don't see it here. Proof of stake is basically you have something called a stake pool operator, right? So instead of a node validator, is what you have in POW, proof of work, a node validator. Compared to that, you have a POS, a proof of stake. Proof of stake. So it's called staking, a proof of stake delegator or delegation, right? So say I run a proof of stake and you buy some of my Cardano, and now we're all putting our funds back into a stake pool to help complete transactions on the blockchain. So I'm going to do a kind of another macro view here so we can get a full understanding of this. POW, proof of work. They have node validators. They're susceptible to a 51% attack. In a proof of work, you have to have the transactions get approved by the different validators. Once they're approved by the validators, they enter that information into a block, which gets entered into the blockchain. Compared to proof of stake, which you have a staking delegation or a stake pool. And inside of that stake pool, a bunch of different users that own that coin put their coins into the stake pool to help complete the transactions in the block. But you're not spending your money. You're just putting your crypto into a stake pool. That way, making it, how do I say, like, you're helping the ecosystem, right? You're solving problems. They're using your funds not to pay anyone, but to power the completion of a block. So let's see if we can get a little bit more detail on how that works inside of this article. Mm-mm-mm. Is everyone confused? I'm sure you are. I definitely understand that. Yeah, and as we go along with it, like, see, this is what I'm trying to get. We'll do these like kind of like we'll call these classes like launchpad classes, right? So it's pretty much launching you into deeper into the crypto sphere, like what really happens. Because now that you know about proof of work and proof of stake, you know more than like 75 to 95% of people about cryptocurrency. Yeah. So exactly. So because proof of yeah, for sure. So proof of work uses a lot of energy consumption compared to proof of stake, where we're all working together. So it uses a lot less energy consumption. With proof of work, you have miners, the validators, the miners. They're constantly running their rigs trying to mine and get those the mathematical equations completed to enter them into the blockchain. And with proof of stake, you don't have that. I'm trying to find more about proof of stake just because I don't want to misspeak here. I think I know what I was going to say, but I don't want to misspeak. Okay, here we go. So the proof of stake model uses a different process to confirm transactions and reach consensus. The system still uses cryptographic algorithms, but the objective of the mechanism is different. While proof of work rewards its miners for solving complex equations, in proof of stake, the individual that creates the next block is based on how much they have staked. To make things simple for you, the stake is based on the number of coins the person has for the particular blockchain they are attempting to mine. So the stake is based on the number of coins the person has for the particular blockchain they are attempting to mine. So when you have a stake pool operator, then like I use a guy called Ben Cohen, right? So he's a stake pool operator. I trust him. I watch his YouTube. I think he's a cool dude. So I take all the Cardano I have and I put it into his stake pool. So if you guys are just wondering, like, okay, like what do you mean, like, when it says the stake is based on the number of coins the one person has, it's not one person, it's a pool of people. So it's a pool of people that all pool all of our coins together. However, technically speaking, individuals aren't mining, just like I just said. Instead, they are called forgers because there is no block reward. While Bitcoin uses proof of work model, awards a block reward every time a new block is verified. Those who contribute to the proof of stake system simply earn the transaction fee. So just like how we were saying that gas fee, right? For POW, proof of work, Ethereum, you had to pay that gas fee because that's how you're going to pay the miners. Compared to proof of stake, we're going to make our money off the transactions, but the transactions are so low, and the way that you get the money is at random. So say we all are running our own stake pool. So I have a stake pool, Devin has one, Ivana has one, Kay, EMP Jet, Aaron, and Julio. We all have our own stake pool, so we're all trying to complete the transactions to finish a block. Once the block is completed, a computerized system just randomly picks one of us, and boom, let's say it picked me. Now everyone that has staked their ADA with me, or whatever they're staking, everyone that has staked their coin with me will get paid out all the money from the transaction fee. So that's really cool. But so once you win a stake pool, you can't win it like, and that happens every 5 days. It's called an epoch. So every 5 days, there's something called an epoch, and when the epoch comes out, it randomly picks somebody to give the reward. That's a stake pool operator, and then they get paid. I'll pull up here. This is my Deadless desktop wallet. Oh shit, it's on my MacBook. I can't pull it up. But there's something called a Daedalus wallet. Daedalus, and that's where I stake my Cardano. I'll definitely look into it. So you guys can maybe Google that for later. So let's see if we can just see like the biggest difference. Proof of work requires all of its miners to attempt to solve a complex sum, that's complex math problem, with the winner determined by the person who has the most powerful quantity of hardware devices. So basically, if you have money, you're gonna make more because you're spending a shit ton of money to run these mining rigs. So you can buy more mining rigs, you can afford to pay for the energy to run them, so you end up making more money compared to, and that's why it's bad for the environment because it's using so much power. Because obviously, if you're telling me all I have to do is set up a mining rig and I'm going to make more money, I'm going to set up as many mining rigs as I possibly can. Like, why wouldn't I? If I can afford it. But that uses a shit ton of power. And especially if you have one miner that does a lot of mining, he's going to use a lot of power in his like hometown. And if you have two or three in that one hometown, then it's going to really, start to hurt. Compared to proof of stake, model randomly chooses the winner based on the amount they have staked. So again, for proof of stake, once the block is complete, they randomly choose the winner. Let's look at this little picture. What are they talking about here? Proof of work is a... No, go ahead. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. See, exactly. So you already know what's up. I'm pretty sure in Kentucky crypto mining, I read an article. It said that they were going to pay you if you came to Kentucky. Oh, yep, here it is right here. Kentucky bill offers incentives for cryptocurrency mining. So they're actually going to pay you money off to write off in your taxes if you come to Kentucky and mine for them. So I thought that was pretty interesting. If any of you guys want to check that out, just Google Kentucky crypto mining. And do we have any other questions right now? Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm kind of just going through like the basics of crypto, like proof of stake blockchain, proof of work blockchain, centralization, right? So this is what we're trying to stop. If you've read my proof of work versus proof of stake guide up to this point, you might remember that I said proof of work blockchains give people who purchase powerful hardware devices a greater chance of winning the mining reward. What this has resulted in is centralized organizations buying thousands of devices, like I just said, which generate the highest mining power. This type of operation is known as mining pool, and it allows people to pool their resources together to give them the greatest chance of solving the math problem and getting paid. Oh, this is a really good image right here. So in this image, it kind of shows it goes from the blockchain. It has to go through your hash. So a hash rate is how fast you can start to do all the math problems. It goes through the proof of work, through to the miner, and then they get their reward. So that's kind of like the full layer of how it goes. Well, no, for so that's you're gonna hear these terms like later. Like you might not be familiar with them now, but you're gonna hear. Have you ever heard of staking? Like what is staking? Yeah. So that's that. So what I just explained is what staking is, right? It's called a proof of stake blockchain, and that's when you stake, you put up your money into a stake pool, and then you get paid from that. It's kind of like earning interest on your crypto. You can think of it. I mean, there's other ways to earn interest, but this is just one of the ways. So this is a little bit more technically driven. Like you don't need to know all this stuff, but it is good to know. So we can get back into like the cryptos I like or something like that, or like let's change it up. Anybody have any questions or any direction they want to go? Yeah. Mhm. Ha! I see you. Okay, you got some bars. so the biggest thing you want to do is find someone that you can trust. But like, okay, who am I gonna trust just to put my money up with? Well, you go off your other resources, right? So you look into the stake pool, you see how many people have staked with them. You Google who is the stake pool operator. Like, I was just trying to pull up mine, but again, it's on my other computer. So let me show you here. ITC stake pool. So I use this guy. If you download the Daedalus wallet, I'll show you here. Ben Cohen, YouTube. If you download the Daedalus wallet, this dude right here, he's like a super genius crypto guy. He started a node. He started, I'm sorry, not a node. He started a stake pool, and I watch him every day on YouTube. I've got a pretty good idea of like how he gets down, and so I trusted him enough to put my Cardano in there. So you do just have to do research on the stake pool. That's really how you would find out. Or you follow people that are stake pool operators. So let's Google how to find a good staking pool. 7 things to consider when choosing a Cardano stake pool. So the greatest thing that I like about staking my Cardano is it's still liquid. I can still move it in and out. I don't When you stake your Ethereum on some platforms, you cannot take it out or add to it for 24 months. So so like hell no. Like what? Oh, you just hold on to my money for 2 years, and when I come back in 2 years, it'll be there. Like, nah, I'm good with that. With Cardano and using the Deadless wallet, you can put $5 in, you can put 50 in, 5,000, however much you want, and at the same time, you can take out however much you want. And the reward that you get paid out is just based on how much Cardano you or whatever you're staking, how much you have in there. So that's definitely, a gem you want to remember, that when you're staking, you want to double check, like, just I guess the contract details of your staking. Like, is it liquid? Can I move it in and out? The only staking pool I know of that you can do that with is the Deadless wallet for Cardano. But I mean, I'm not saying there's not any other out there, just the ones that I know about. So, all right. So controlling your own stake, importance factor 5 out of 5. Not your keys, not your crypto. So anybody that buys crypto on Robinhood, this is for you. So not your keys, not your crypto, right? Because this right here, this is the reason why. So I own this crypto. This is mine. I can do whatever I want with it. Boom, the bank can't take it. I can send it to, Egypt, nothing. I own this. I'm in control. Compared to when it's on a centralized exchange or even Robinhood. Robinhood is an IOU app because they don't even give you any way to send crypto. It's more so them just saying, like, kind of like a data center where they're like, okay, well, this is the price of crypto, so you can give us this amount of money, and if the price goes up, we'll give you this amount of money back, and if the price goes down, we'll give you this amount of money back. And I mean, that's okay if you don't, like, if you're just trying to make money and you don't really care about the decentralization part or anything to do with crypto. But if you're trying to buy and hold for the long time, or if you're trying to just pay someone with Cardano or something like that, you wouldn't be able to do that through those Robinhood type apps, because not your keys, not your crypto, and your keys are that seed phrase that we discussed, your seed phrase, and your private keys get you back into your account, right? So your seed phrase is your private keys. So just you can remember it just like that. Does everyone know what a seed phrase is? Okay, yeah, no worries. Your seed phrase is the most important thing out of all, like, your seed phrase is your most important thing to you, right? Because if you don't have your seed phrase, you cannot. It's like your bank account number. It's like your account number and your PIN. It's a combination of both. Because if you give me your seed phrase, I can literally just go like this. Open up a new one of these. Or how would I connect to a new one? I don't know how to log out. But basically, I would log out of here. I would type in your seed phrase, and then this account would now be yours. So anything you had in your account, I could just pull up and send. Like, that's how easy it is. So you never want to give out your seed phrase. Seed phrase crypto. And just so we can get the... So you get this when you have a truly decentralized wallet. If you don't have a decentralized wallet, then you won't get this. So if you have a Coinbase wallet or a Voyager wallet or anything like that, you would not get a seed phrase. So let's Google, I know Exodus wallet. So this is a wallet that's pretty popular. I used to use this wallet. I don't use it anymore, but that's just because I'm on, like, the next level of crypto and I'm crazy about it. But this is a pretty good wallet to use, especially if you're starting out. I'll actually get one. I'll get another one just because I haven't had one in a while. Boom. The Trust wallet? Trust wallet's okay. I know people that use it. I don't like the name. You telling me to trust you, huh? But I do know people that use it. I've heard, like, I haven't heard anything bad about it. Exodius has been installed. You can run it by clicking a shortcut. All right. Dang, that was fast. I just got. So I used the Daedalus wallet. I don't even think I spelled that right. I use the Daedalus wallet, and then I use my Binance wallet. I use my MetaMask wallet over here, and then I use my Ledger wallet. So, does anyone know what a ledger is? Hey, there you go. Yeah. So let me see. I think I have one right here. So this is a ledger. Can you guys? I don't know what no, you don't need a VPN unless you're gonna do a Binance. A ledger, I would suggest to everyone because it's a cold storage wallet, right? So any digital wallet, like this Exodius wallet, it's digital. It can be hacked. A ledger is a cold storage hardware wallet. So I mean, not saying it can't be hacked, but it's not connected to the internet. So they would have to physically come to the device and like open it up and do whatever they do to hack it. Compared to a digital wallet, they could just, say you took your computer in to get a new battery exchanged into it. They see that you have a digital wallet on there, and they just, go ahead and hack it. And then when you go to log back in, you're screwed. So I would highly suggest getting a ledger. And I don't keep my crypto on exchanges. So like besides Binance, I do keep it on Binance, but that's because I actively trade there every day. But for like the most part, like Voyager, Coinbase, and all that, I don't use that to store crypto. I use that to buy crypto. Yeah, so pretty much like this, boom. So if I got money in my MetaMask, and so say Devin here needed to borrow some money, I would pretty much just send. He would give me his address. He would send me his address. I would put it in here, whatever it is, do, and then I would just send it. I would pay a little fee, and then it would go straight to him. So this is the big reason about decentralization. And people are like, okay, like I get a lot of questions like why do we need it? Like, what's the point of it? And when you think about cutting out the middleman and cutting out the like if someone was holding you hostage and they said, give me $25,000 right now, and you're like, well, sir, it's Saturday and the bank is closed. I can't go get you $25,000. They're like, well, you're dead and kill you. Compared to if you had your cryptocurrency, you could say, okay, well, I'll send you 25K right now through Bitcoin, and they'll get it, and it's decentralized, and no one will know that you hold me hostage. You can make that transaction. Or think someone, had your dog hostage or had your child hostage. Or even on a way lesser scale. Say, you're about to get evicted, and not because you didn't have the money, but just because you were, maybe you were traveling and you thought your payments were going through to the person, or your cousin was supposed to make the payments and he never did. So then you get home and you're like, oh, you're about to get evicted. And if you don't pay the $10,000 of your back rent right this second, then you're evicted. And so you still have the money in your account because it never came out. But let's say it's Saturday and you have to pay right that day, and it's already 1:30 and all the banks are closed. There's literally nothing you can do to get your money out. I mean, at least that I know of. Maybe you guys know something that I don't know, but if the financial institution is closed, they're not just opening up just because you want some money. Like, nope, you gotta wait till Monday. Sorry. So decentralization and being in control of all your own finances cuts all that middleman stuff out. So instead of the bank charging you, overdraft fees and a fee for this and a fee for that, and oh, you got your money in account here, so we got to charge you $10 per month if you don't keep $10,000 or more in the account. This is what decentralization is solving, all these middleman issues. And it's not just with money, it's with everything, right? So like having to go to the DMV and make sure that you have your birth certificate and your two forms of ID and your utility bill and the last addresses that you lived in the last seven places. Like with a blockchain, you don't have to worry about any of that. All my information is right there on a verifiable, decentralized ledger that you can pull up, and it goes right to your computer and your information. So thank you, DMV. Let me get my ID and I'm out of here. So these are like the real world issues that it will actually solve. Um, so we got 7 minutes left, guys. So let's go. Any other questions or any other like coins or predictions or any other like topics that we want to go over? Again, you can sign up for more of these. Like I said, this is kind of, this is chill. This is what it's gonna be. Maybe I'll make sure I have one. I'll start doing it with more of a structured content, but this is pretty much like the style it's gonna be. So if you didn't get enough information, you can always sign up for more. That's fine too. Was there any questions though? Yeah. Okay. I 100. You want to get a ledger more than anything else if you're holding for the long term, right? Because that gives you full control. So you get your ledger, and then you get your seed, and when you get your ledger, it'll come with a seed phrase. You make sure you protect that seed phrase at all costs, and to protect that seed phrase, you can get this device here. It's called a Kobo, and you just go to Kobo and you hit Kobo Vault, and then these are the type of devices they sell. And the one that you're going to be looking for is, where is it? It's this thing right here. I think it's called Kobo Tablet. Yeah, there it is, Kobo Tablet. Boom. So if you're worried about saving your seed phrase, you can buy this right here. It's called a Kobo Tablet. And then you can store your seed phrase in here. It'll protect against fire, against water, against earthquakes, and all that good stuff. So you get this, boom, you get this, a ledger. You can get a Ledger Nano X or a S, it doesn't matter. They're pretty much the same. The biggest difference is just the amount of storage they hold. Once you get your ledger, you would buy your crypto on Coinbase and you would send it to this ledger, and then you would just put this somewhere safe under your bed, wherever, in a safety deposit box, wherever you would like, and then you simply just plug it in. I just showed mine. I don't know where I put it down at, but you just plug it in, and then you send your crypto. You download an app. So these little, you can see on here where it says Bitcoin and these other little images. These are all just different apps. So you download the different crypto apps. So you download the Bitcoin app, an Ethereum app, a Cardano app, Litecoin app, and then you can just send your crypto to your ledger. And now it's on there forever. You don't have to worry about anything. And then there's this, fuck, my new computer. Well, and then it comes with another download called Ledger Live, and you can see your balances and everything right inside of your Ledger Live. So you'll have a digital like box just like this. Like imagine if this wasn't, this, and it'll have, oh, your balance and your coins, and if you want to buy or if you want to swap or if you just want to hold. So you'll get that as well. So you actually, it's the safest, in my opinion, it's the safest, most secure way to hold your crypto. And if you only want to hold, like you said, it's the best thing and the number one thing I think you should have in that case. Well, it charges when it's plugged in, right? So it's like, it could be dead, but when you plug it in, it starts charging. So like, you don't have to charge it. They don't die. They turn on and off. So I don't know if you can see it right here on my camera, but it has like a little pin code. Oh shit, is it? Damn, y'all didn't even tell me. See, I'm glad I got a good group because I mean, I'm a little new at this, so. No, I appreciate you guys showing up with me. I don't know why. How to get my camera back on right now? Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, you're right. My bad. All right, so yeah, man, come on. I look too good not to be on camera. What you talking about? Hey. Yeah. So this is the ledger right here, right? And I know you can't really like see, but that's a pin code. So you put in your pin code, boom, boom, boom. Then you would double click these two top buttons, boom, and then once you double click those, you will get access to your ledger. And I'll make a video on how to like do all that stuff as well. We got 3 minutes left, but yeah, so important, definitely important to get I'm sorry, a hardware cold storage wallet such as a ledger. Very important. Okay. No problem. Any other questions right now? Oh yeah, I mean, it gets deep with the charts. It Yeah, it gets deep with the charts. So for the people that like are like committed and they're gonna engage and chit chat, then you can join the other Zooms, right? You can. That's cool. I just don't want it to be a bunch of people sitting in there that are just like being quiet. But if you're down to engage and talk and because that helps, it helps people understand. A lot of people are kind of timid to ask questions, so when if you are interested in that, just shoot me a DM and say like whatever day it may be. Like I'm gonna do these every day at the same time. So just shoot me a DM whatever day it may be and just be like, hey, like can I hop in tonight? And then you'll be good to go. So anybody that's in here, Ivana, Julio, Kay, Devin, Jet, Aaron, just shoot me a DM and then I'll make sure I send the email out to you. But for the charts, man, it's a lot, bro. Like you got to read a lot and study the patterns, which I've done. But I've showed Devin here. I showed Devin how to study the charts for maybe the past 2 months. And this morning he texted me and he caught Bitcoin dropping almost a $4,000 drop, which if you would have shorted that, that would have been over $10,000 we would have made. So it's definitely beneficial to learn the charts, and I'll definitely try to teach the best I can about it too. This is the final countdown. Okay, for sure. Well, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, like I said, just hit me up anytime. Even if you have any other questions, you can DM me. Like this is my full time job at this point, so let me know. Okay? Nope. No problem. Thanks, guys. Later, bro. All right, and for all. Shoes.